I want to talk to you about Welcome to Claradise. My name is Aldo Billingslea, and I'm the director of the show. And it's a devised theater piece, which means it's a collaborative project made up by a creative team. Our chair and choreographer, David Popalisky, our playwright, Brian Thorstenson, and his entire class that went out, asked questions, interviewed people in the community so that we could tell this piece, and I myself am the director. So what does that mean, devised theater? What it means is we are taking from the community the story of the community and offering that story as a gift back to the community in their own words.
So in the fall of 2016, I gathered together with 18 students, and we began an investigation into the Santa Clara community. We started with a set of questions that we thought would possibly get us some interesting material about what people are willing to say and what people are not willing to say publicly, partly in relationship to what was happening with the national discourse and partly in relationship to students' relationship to technology. About midway through the quarter, there was 2 incidents on campus that came to light that we felt we had to address. One of the things that I said to my students every week was, what is the story that the campus is telling us this week? And as the quarter progressed, the story changed. And because the story changed, our set of questions changed. And the 2 questions that we came up with as our final questions were, can you tell me a story when your idea of Santa Clara was disrupted? And can you tell me a story when you experienced a moment or moments of grace at Santa Clara? And the juxtaposition of those 2 things is really what the play began to explore. What happens when there's a disruption in our community, and how can we move through that disruption to moments of grace?
So all of those stories come together, and then the playwright and the creative team get together and try to figure out which of those stories create the best thread and tell that story. So when you look at the play, you're able to get an aspect of that story, but it's just one story. And that one story provokes all these other stories. So after each performance, we'll be having another conversation with the audience, and they will, believe me, they will share with us stories that we didn't get, that they want other people to know. And they'll also be commenting on the stories that are out there. And while there is some anonymity that's provided because we ask for so many people to give input, there is also some possibility that someone looks up and says, oh my gosh, I know that person. I think they're talking about, oh, is that me? Is that my voice? All of those things happening in the theater at the same time. It's going to be a very, very exciting night of theater.
Working on Welcome to Claradise, this show that we're presenting this winter, at the end of the quarter, has been a great opportunity for me to collaborate with my fellow artists, primarily Aldo Billingslea, the director, and working closely with Brian Thorstenson, the playwright. As a choreographer, I might have a lot of ideas that I think would work, but I have to always be in service to their vision, and we've gone back and forth on a few things to come up with what's the right movement choices to bring the language, bring the story to life. For me, the whole show is sort of like a flowing river, a stream of consciousness of specific incidents, storytelling, and the movement component serves to keep that flow going. So as you move from one scene to another, it's not like just a light change or a scene change. The movement helps to take us to a new place, evoke it in a bigger way, or bring it to some kind of a conclusion.